Hello friends, I am Akanksha again with a new video of Power Query regarding dates. Yes, तो कैसे हैं आप लोग? How are you all? Hope everyone is doing fine and your Power Query learning is on. So in our Excel, we see we have lot of formulas which deal with dates like today or now, which deals with time, or if I go and select E, you can say E date, E month, and lot more formulas related to dates are present in the Excel function to analyze the dates. But you know what? If you don't want to get into the functions, you can easily do with that Power Query analysis because Microsoft has given a predetermined buttons and just on the click you have your all analysis. Okay, let's see how we do that. Before that, I will show you about my data. You can see it have some columns. The last column is a date and this data is in table form which is named as financials. I have already told you that Power Query always take the named ranges or the table. If you don't change it to table, it will automatically do it. So when we come to data from table and when we click it, I get my data here. You can see two steps are being recorded. The first one is source and the second one is change type. What type it has changed? Let's see. In source you can see it is alphanumeric and so on. But in the change type, it's artificial intelligence has make a judgment that few columns are text, few columns are numeric and few columns are date. Also you can see some of the time has come, time format has come. Since no time was mentioned, it has taken 000000. I can easily remove it because it's not my concern here right now. Just do the right click and go to transform and say date only. Here you are done with it. Now if I go to add column, you can see it's date here. The other two are deactivated. Let me show you. If I just remove this step and time is here, you can see this has been activated. But as soon as I remove this has been deactivated. Same if I click on this column, since it's not a date, the date tab is also deactivated. So here I am on date. Let's start with this tab and explore its amazing features. So if I come here and say year and click on it, it will give me the year of each date. Let's see. See, 2014, and if I use filter, I can see 2013 also. You can scroll down and you can see the dates which are in the year of 2000, they are 2013 and other are 2014. So it's an amazing step, I would say. Now if I have to do more start of the year, so what will be the start of the year for 2013? Of course the start of year will be the 1st of January of 2013 and the 14 is 1st of January of 2014. So it will give you that. So you can see the 1st of 2013 and the 1st of 2014 dates are only here because only 2 years are mentioned here and the starting date are so. Now if I go and do the end of the year, again I'll get the 31st/12/2014 and 31st/12/2013. So isn't amazing? Okay, now let me delete it, remove columns, and I'm back to the pavilion. Now what I want to see, let's explore month. So if I do month here, you will see it will give me the number of the month. So it's January, it's 1, it's December, it's 12 and so on. So I have only 1 to 12 months here because we have 12 months. So it have extracted the month number from the date. Now again, if I come here and go to month, start of the month, let's say start of the month. So for example, for let's say they are for first all dates are first. I want to show you some other dates. Let's say okay, all dates are first, but let me make a change here. Okay, here you can't edit, you have to go and edit your actual sheet. So if I just close it and keep it, okay, and let me make some changes. Okay, new sheet has been added. because I loaded it. I will just go and delete it. Yes, and I will just make some changes here. I will do it 11. Okay, and let me just drag it down and make some changes in the dates. Okay, now this is done. I will go to my query, click it here. The date has been changed here. So now you can see the start of month still is 1st of January 2014 because this is the month of January and the start date is 1st of January and so on. Now I want to see something else. Add column, date, month and the end of the month. So obviously the 31st of the January, and for example here you can see June, 30th of June and so on. Now let's go again and see what else we have. Days in the month and name in the month. Days in the month, so it will show you the days 28, 30 or 31 days, whichever they have. So I think for the month of February they have 28 days and for others they have 30 and 31. So if I filter it, you can see it's a month of February and you have 28 days. Okay, I will just remove the filter here and I will go again and month and name of the month. So you will get the name of the month in alphabets. Let's see and check. So you can have January and other months, so on, as per the mentioned in the data. So without any functions, you have whole analysis of date in front of you. I will just select, right click, remove columns, and here it is. Now let's see another thing, quarter. So you know what are the quarters? The whole year is being divided into 3. For example, the Jan to March is quarter 1 and so on. So if I do quarter of the year, it will show you 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I go and go to 4, and you can see the last 3 months of October, November and December have come in 4. Okay, so I will just unfilter it and here it is. Now let's say what are other things are in the store. Start of the quarter, end of the quarter. So for example, if I do start of the quarter, you will see everything which is in quarter 1. Let me show you. Will come to 1st of January. See, even if the date is in March because it's in quarter 1 and the quarter 1 starts in 1st of January and so on. Okay. Now let's see what we can do with quarters. We have end of the quarter. Again, it will go for the end. It will have 31, 30 dates only and of every quarter date you can see. So you can get the end of every quarter date. That's amazing, guys. Don't you think? You can analyze date in any manner you want to do. I will remove column and we will see what other features the Microsoft has given us. There is a week and there is a day. Okay, so what we do in a week? I won't go in every of it because it will literally bore you. I will just show you, let's say, week of the month. Okay, so if I click it, it will give me the week, which week is going on. So for every month it's giving me week. Okay, so there are only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Okay, so if some months have 4 weeks and some months have 5 weeks, so I think for 5 last dates of the month should come. Yes, the 27th and 28th. So this way you can get to know the week of the month. Okay, that's amazing. Let's see what it have. Start of the end and week of the year. For week of the year, it will, I think, go to till 52 because a week have 52 weeks. Okay, in here it's still only 49. Let's see for the 49th week. So it's counting week for whole year. Yes, so you can see that for 1st of December are there. There are no dates of last dates of December. That's why it's ended at 49. That's amazing, guys. Let's see what more we have for the week. I think you can understand week of the month, week of the year. Start of the week will be the first date of the week and the end of the date will be the last date of the week. Let's check with end of the week. So for 11th, it's the second week of the year, second week of the month, and it's and that week is ending on 12th. For if I say it's 23rd of January, it's the 4th week and it's ending on 26th. Let's scroll down more. If I go to first of, so it's the first week of the month of December but 49th week of the year, and it's ending on 7th of December. That week is ending on 7th of December. Okay, I think this works well for the week 2. I will go and remove the columns. Okay, now let's do for a day. So if I go and click day, it will give me the day number of that date. So 11th of January is the 11th date, 1st of June is the 1st day of the June, and 20th January is a 20th day. So it is giving you the day of that month. Okay, let's come down. So you can see the 1st of October, it's the first date of the October, so it's giving me the month wise day of the mentioned date. Okay, so basically it is giving me the day of that mentioned date as per the month. Okay, now if I go, it is giving me day of the week, day of the year, start of the day, end of the day. What is start of the day, end of the day? It matters when you have the time. So you can have time from 12 a.m. to midnight 12. So it will categorize in that manner. So if it is, for example, 7 p.m., so the start of the day will be that date, and the end of date will be that date of different time zone, of different time series in a one particular date. Okay, if I do go and if I go for a name of the day, let's see. So you have the name of the day. So for example, on 24th of January, it's Friday, 1st of June, it's Sunday, and so on. So in this manner, we can make our analysis so simple using the dates, right? And you can see whatever steps I did, it has been recorded here. So if I go and to insert, you can see, so I can go back and check my work also and remove the steps here. I think you have understood what I wanted to tell, that how we can analyze dates in Power Query. Microsoft have done a fabulous job just by giving a button over here. You have gone to add column and use that date button, so it was adding the column. For example, if I go to transform and use the same button and say, let's say day, name of the day, so it will it's saying insert step because I am in here step, so it's asking me to insert the step. So I'll say yes, and it has transformed that date column only. So I will just remove this step, says delete, and I have came back to my original data. So this way you can play around with the dates in Power Query. It's really simple and it's amazing. That's all for today. Please guys, subscribe my channel, comment on them, ask me the question, and it will really help me to improve me and help me to improve your Excel knowledge. Thank you. Have a good day. Bye bye.